Alright YouTube, so we are on the way to a interesting job. Gotta text Christian real quick. I'm in my pickup truck. Christian's following me. He's got the Peterbilt road tractor with the telehandler. Had this lady contact me, I think it was over the weekend. Said they had a trampoline, their neighbor's trampoline ended up in their pond a couple years ago. And it's not out in the middle, but it's out in there, and the water level finally dropped enough to where they could actually see it. I guess nobody knew where the trampoline went for a while, so they can see it now. And they tried to pull it out with a garden tractor, and they kind of thought they were going to break it apart, so they asked if we'd be able to get it out of there. And I like off the wall obscure challenges, so here we are. I came out here earlier and took a look at it, and the only idea I could really come up with was, you know, it's suctioned into the mud, so it needs vertical lift. So I think the telehandler, we're going to put a pallet on the telehandler, then I'll have Christian put me out over the water. It looks like it's 15-20 feet off the shore. If it looks super deep, and it's mucky, so you can't really see all that great, but obviously I don't want to go swimming. But I'm thinking if he puts me out there, and I can reach down and grab a hold of it and hopefully pull it up by hand. And if not, then we brought some slings. Maybe we'll put a sling on it or something. See if we can get it hopefully to come out in one piece. It's hard to say, but we're gonna give it a shot. Super nice people.
You have arrived. So
hopefully we can help them out. We're gonna have to park the semi on the road. There ain't no way he's fitting in this driveway. So get out and we'll get that telehandler unloaded real quick. This old beautiful beast, 2026. So pretty. So's the driver. He's very handsome and pretty. So, like I said, this is going to be something obscure that I like. I think Christian's bumping up there. That truck's got a subwoofer in it. Well, even if we don't look like we know what we're doing, or I'm sorry, even if we don't know what we're doing, at least it looks like we do. Take it till you make it. Hello. 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 Hey. Alright, Christian and I just got to this place with the pond, so hopefully I don't fall in the water. So. All right, I'll call you when I'm done. Okay, love you, bye.
When I had put it in here by myself.
That's a good point.
I don't even know if this thing's gonna work.
Oh yeah, professional. We know what we're doing, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'll try to pick up back here. It's a beautiful house these people have back this long lane. Gonna have to go through there or right here. It's on the back side, like right in the middle where it slants down.
So drive in the middle of them features.
Yeah, I gotta go right between here. Are you guys going to give it back to the neighbors if we get it out?
Hopefully the neighbor's gonna dispose of it.
Okay.
Unless you guys take it away.
I'd rather not, but I mean, we could be a little extra cost. It just occurred to me what we're actually, it's a safety net. It's sitting in there, you know what I mean?
I think my turbo beeped a bunch of times. I wasn't videoing it. There we go. Video.
So hopefully, it looks like there's like that pole there. Hopefully that's connected to the main deal. If not, I don't know. Because it's got to be, if that's the top of the safety net, it's got to be 10, 12 feet deep there.
Yeah, unless it's a really, really small pool. Or, trampoline.
Yeah. Ugh. Not nervous at all. Be a tow truck driver, they said. It'll be fun, they said. Oh boy. Back up slow. Well, it's working much gooder than I expected. So that side there is really stuck. One trampoline recovery. We're gonna have to try to get the frame now. shackle with me, so I'm just gonna wrap this around and hopefully enough friction will. Muscle it out now. Worked better than I expected.
You know how bad I wanted to just dip the pallet down?
See me start dancing. You should have. Oh boy, that's heavy. Maybe what if we take that pallet off and you just like stick the mast underneath it and fucking.
You want to leave the pallet on it so we don't.
Yeah, that's probably.
I mean,
yeah, that material's probably gonna rip. We need to get lift on that end is the problem.
Let me.
Or we can let go. You can put me over top and grab it and then flip it.
We can do whatever. We can try the pallet first.
Whatever you want to do. Make a decision. You like that? I thought for sure just that the wall was going to come up.
Yeah. Well, we got half of it, so we'll charge it half price.
Got a bunch of mud in the end of it, that's why.
Yeah, no, I don't want to break it apart.
Yeah. There's probably 1,000 pounds of mud in it.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Oh yeah. Trampoline removal specialist. Works for me. I thought they said it's been in there like 2 years. Well, We got lucky on that. I did not expect it to go that easy.
So now we can buy a boat as a write-off for water recovery.
Yep. Certified.
Certified water.
Phone in here.
That James called. So I answered it since
Okay.
it was him. He was just trying to find the keys.
Okay. All right. there's a lot of water and mud there. You might think, oh, it's a trampoline. I tried to muscle it. There was, and I'm pretty strong, but there was no muscle in that. So we'll go talk to these nice people. I'll turn the camera off. All right, so on our way back, that went way better than I expected. I didn't know that when I first came out here and looked at it, I didn't know the trampoline was actually right side up, and that was the top of like the net that was toward the surface of the water. So luckily, as you'll see, I reached out and I tried to pull it out by hand. There ain't no way that was happening. There was a bunch of mud and stuff weighing it down. So took a rim sling and choked it around that one pole, and that net stayed together enough to get it, get the suction broke from the bottom, and had to make a few adjustments there. Luckily, Christian didn't duck me in the water, even though I'm sure he wanted to. So yeah, the customer was very, very happy. You know, some stuff like that, it's just an example of the way. Let me back up. I don't know much about business, all right? So I'm learning this aspect of the business as far as dealing with customers and stuff. I did a lot of big recovery stuff at the old job, but I didn't really price jobs too much or deal with customers one-on-one or like trying to make sales and stuff. I mean, I dealt with customers, but definitely not like I am now. So in my eyes, you know, we didn't charge that much to do that. That's a very nice couple local to us. They're only a few miles from our place, and they had a very unique problem that they didn't know how to solve. And we got lucky, but with the equipment we have, like, it was a pretty easy process. And in my eyes, the value of them being satisfied with us helping them with a unique problem exceeds what we could have charged them to do the job money-wise. Now obviously you can't do that all the time, but those, like I said, they had a very unique problem. The lady was very appreciative, and I'm sure they will tell multiple people about that and how it happened and who solved it or what we did to do it, and just building that reputation with people of kind of being the, you know, unique problem solvers is a good thing in my eyes. So, you know, I charged them enough to cover our costs for going out there. Love helping people in the community. Like I said, obviously we can't do that with everybody. It is a business. We have to make money to pay for all this stuff. This, in my mind, this is a long-term game. I don't plan on going anywhere else to work. I enjoy this job. I'm compensated very well. I love being here. I'm treated very well. So I want to continue to build this reputation. I want to be, like I've said in a bunch of videos, I don't want to be the biggest, I want to be the best. Somebody has a unique problem, I want them to think, oh, I know who we need to call. So that's the reason I like doing that kind of stuff. And I like that Jeff, the owner, kind of gives me the freedom to do that kind of thing. And I don't need to ask his permission to do that. He trusts me to make the right decisions, and our numbers are up this year significantly over last year. So that just keeps building and building and building. And I set a goal when I came here for the year, the yearly revenue, and we're on pace for it now, or to exceed it. So hopefully, I want to get the cart in front of the horse. Hopefully we meet that, and then I'm already thinking about next year's goal, what I want that to be. So in my mind, all that starts with having a good reputation in the community with, you know, normal folks, and also the law enforcement community, fire departments, all that. So that's what we're trying to do. So thank you for watching. I get off here. Hopefully this is a somewhat entertaining video. I don't think I've ever seen a trampoline recovery video out of a pond, so maybe it'll be entertaining. Thanks.